I just looked up and I saw, it's time to go live. So for everybody tuning in, Carl's not going to be here for a little bit. The restaurant's having a panic attack for some reason.
They just lost power.
I guess it's been going on and off. The pellet smoker started filling the restaurant with smoke.
Yeah.
So yeah,
power's been going on. We haven't even got our storm yet.
We got a little bit today.
Late tomorrow.
Although we ain't
having that here.
Yeah, we've gotten all your snow and ice and everything this year.
Yeah, we didn't get squat. I think we got down in my area of Ohio, we got maybe 4 or 5 inches total for the entire winter.
I live in South Texas. You know how much snow I got this year?
What's that snow, right? What's snow?
Yeah, what's snow? When we hear snow in Houston, we think somebody's talking about booger sugar.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they had on the agenda for today. Carl screwed up by not having Denise here, and
no, she's supposed to be here, but my idiot daughter called her like 4:15 and said, "I need for you to take me over to my other daughter's house, and you need to watch my kids."
That whole
Denise, I said, "You know what you do? You go, not only no, but hell no, and you hang up. Goodbye."
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Let me think about that real quick.
But she doesn't know how to say no to this kid.
I do.
Unfortunately.
We all got one. Thank God.
I don't.
Just one kid. That's it. I can say no to him, though.
I have none.
Well,
30 years old. I've got okay credit. Man on debt. No kids. No STDs. I'm a walking unicorn, man.
That's because you keep staying in South Texas. Get your ass out there and see what happens.
Me. I mean, I probably got a baby mama somewhere.
What's that get you? That's right. You get to borrow more money.
Yeah. Hell, without gas,
you need to borrow more money. So I have good credit.
Yeah.
What do you need good credit for? So I can borrow more money. You see the pattern?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I know it doesn't make any sense.
No, never has, never will.
Mark Williams Ghost Adventures. Hello, Mark.
Yeah, and this Chad Candy said something about Denise got ugly. That's awful harsh.
I mean,
who said that?
Chad.
Oh, she's got it on private chat. What the hell is?
See, they should know not to leave me in charge of anything. Ever, because we'll start having conversations about caving in people's chests with soda cans. I know they come from paranormal, but my attention span says everything's fair game.
Yeah, I'm ADHD as all get out, so I can't promise anything.
So how you doing, Jay?
I can't say anything about doing great. Keeping busy, getting busier all the time, loving every minute of it. It's starting to pick back up again, and I love that.
Yeah.
I was getting way, way too bored.
Oh, paranormal consultant. I am meh.
You're meh?
Meh. M-E-H. Meh. I'm tired. I got 0 hours of sleep last night because my stomach said, hey, every time you get comfortable, you're going to have to go crap. Well, I do now.
It's that liquid death.
No, this stuff's delicious. It's hot sauce. But I love it.
What is that? It's water, you said?
This is a flavored water. I don't know if you're going to be able to really.
Like what flavor? What's it?
This one is called Severed Lime. It honestly tastes kind of like Sprite.
I'd say the best flavored water out there on the market is going to be this right here, Squatch GQ Energy Drink. There's my shameless plug.
We always let people plug their stuff.
Oh, I got so much going on with this. It's just always got something going on. I can't. That's just the way I stay. Like I said, with being ADHD, is I'll get out. I'm always got something happening, and it's usually got somebody bad.
Well, as long as you stay busy, that's where most people stay out of their head, and that's honestly a better place to stay out of than anything else.
Oh yeah, because there's like 13 personalities stuck inside there, and none of them like me. I don't want it back in there. They're bad.
You got some investigations coming up, or you got some?
Yeah, tons of investigations coming up. Teresa and I will be out at Vulture City Paracon this year, out there in Vulture City. They've invited us out to there. We got a couple other small events we're in the works with right now. Got 3 or 4 events with Bodine the Bigfoot and Squash GQ Energy Drink. So I mean, plus we got filming on the racks. We got a couple movies we're working on right now, and several other small projects, and filming a couple investigations. Just constantly on the go all the time.
Well, we got to make up for the last 2 years. We didn't get to do much.
Well, I did more than I was supposed to do.
Well, I did too, but
how many of us actually behaved? Show of hands.
Oh, I know a lot of people that did. We're just not 3 of them.
No. You need to wear a mask. You need to kiss my ass.
I haven't worn one in well over a year.
There was a few places we went that I would wear it.
Doctor's office, that was it.
We stopped by a restaurant one time when we was on the road, and they said you had to wear a mask to get inside. But as soon as you got inside, you could take it off, and whether you was eating or drinking didn't matter. You just had to have it on to enter. That was it.
Texas Roadhouse does the same, or did the same thing. Have to have a mask to enter. Once you're seated, you can take it off.
Yeah,
you don't have to be.
We don't care.
Yeah. Oh, because COVID only sits head level when you're standing. Like, okay, if that's true, I'm 6'3", so
you can't get it. You can't get it if you're smoking. You're smoking too.
You can't get it if you're drinking. It's just, and you know, I see where they say follow the science, but the science is finally catching up with what everybody else has been saying. So that's just,
yeah, they kept saying follow the science. It was the political science.
The conspiracy theorist count is going crazy right now. It's like 16-0 right now.
Okay.
Everybody's like, it's always, they were talking about, it changes your DNA, it's gonna bond to your DNA, it's gonna be deadly. Like all these people, you're conspiracy theorists. Now they're going through the history. It's like, well, he was right, she was right, they were right. Just rack it up. Like they did tell everybody, but some of y'all just refused to listen.
And there's, like I said, there's 2 sides to it. I get people. I'm always been the guy that if you want to, hey babe, like that.
Denise got prettier.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Go fuss up and rain.
She saw herself.
Go fuss up and rain.
No, she saw that grandma wasn't.
She ain't spoiled, is she?
Get ready to do that.
I can't vouch for that.
I'd say she's highly spoiled.
Say hi. So this is Clover. You saying hi? Wave hi.
Hi, Clover. This is Gunny.
She's now got 8 or 9 teeth.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I think you might have almost as much as Gunny here. Come on. Yeah.
She's 10 months old. She's my youngest grandchild.
Wow.
Hello.
No grandkids yet. Thank God.
Oh. Okay.
They're
don't get me wrong. But my son needs to get his head a little bit further out of his rectum before he starts having kids.
Yeah, because you have to look further than your own ass.
Yep. So until he solves this problem of having craniorectomitis, he's looking at other options yet.
I mean, you can't fix stupid, but you can beat it with a baseball bat till you feel better about yourself.
Well, you can also hold it underwater till the bubbles stop, but they frown on that.
And you can make the noise go from whatever they're saying to with duct tape.
Are you waving? She's down here waving.
Yeah, I see it. This little wave at the bottom.
Yeah. So I thought, Cameron, that you would like Jay because you guys have similar views on stuff.
It's the beards. It's the beard.
No, it's not the beard. So what all have you guys talked about so far?
Caving people's chests in with soda cans.
Oh.
Nothing paranormal.
Oh.
Power's been going in and out of there.
Ron did ask about some events coming up.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
okay. So, well, hi everybody in chat.
Carl's dealing with that.
Carl will, may or may not be in and out because the restaurant lost power and it's hitting the fan over there.
Well, the other day they got hit with all that snow and crap, and you heard what we had, right? We had hail. 2 hours later, we started getting sleet, and then we had snow on top of that on Sunday. That you're not supposed to get hail with sleet on the same day.
You do in Ohio whenever it's in the weather. It happens a lot here.
Lubbock, Texas.
Got to plug in all my lights before I left. I just got Ron ready so he could come on and all that. And thanks, Chad. I didn't realize I was that horrible looking.
Oh, Luke, wow. That was
Carl is running rampant at the restaurant right now. Wally's doing okay. Yeah. There you go.
Good. I'm glad to hear. So the reason I asked Jay to come on first off is because you guys we have some similar political views. Jay also speaks his mind about a lot of things. Everything. He also has his alter ego, Bodine the Bigfoot.
So you wanted a Bigfoot impersonator. That's what you wanted. So
he's a bobblehead too.
I'm not seeing a lot of bobble.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Jay's also a paranormal investigator, and he's part of the Dogman Network.
One of the founding members of the Dogman, North American Dogman Society, was a tracker for the Dog Boys. I've not been active with him the last 3 or 4 years because I've been busy with some other filming projects, but they're still doing good, and I keep in touch with them.
And we met Jay actually in person, finally, back in August, up in Marshalltown. And Jay's been on my show, I think twice, just you and Teresa.
Yeah.
And,
Lee over there, Lauren?
Yes. And on the show just with somebody else earlier with our friend Rick. And that show was I had zero control of any of it. None.
Me and Rick did kind of, I don't know.
You guys shared a personality in some cases.
Some people think we also shared a brain cell, but I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, I only got one.
But yeah, between the two of you, there is one shared brain cell total.
Don't worry, we still share.
I'm kind of getting feeling that.
Do y'all play rock paper scissors for the day, or just luck of the draw?
Yeah, I didn't want to have to try and put 2 and 2 together and say because of that little incident.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just he wanted to go with his dad.
Okay.
So
it's just looking that way.
So are you going to be doing Marshalltown this year if she has it again?
I don't know. I haven't contacted anything like that, but we're not going to say no. I mean, it depends on what happens and what else is going on. Because Jason usually takes care of all that booking on that side. They took away my rights to book 3 years ago when Rick was still running around with us and stuff. Because I had us booked about every weekend doing something, whether it be an investigation, an event, whatever. It didn't matter. Filming project. We were on the road almost 3 out of 4 weekends every month.
I know. I would catch you guys filming on the road. We're kind of behind you somewhere in Tennessee, and you guys are ahead of us in Tennessee. And It's like, okay, well, too bad we can't go to Hale's Dam Bar.
Yep, we was there twice. It was at Old South Pittsburgh Hospital before Ronnie purchased it. So I mean, we were constantly that's when he's like, we're just doing too much too fast, and Rick's was having a problem with getting everything edited and things, and I was like, it don't matter about the editing anyway. It's better when we just do our live things. We the way we fed off one another, and still do, because I've actually had him come through on a couple of investigations now, and actually I was talking with David Glidden. He's had him come through on an investigation, and so
he has come through one time on one of David's shows. He came through on the medium started talking about some stuff, and this was Jessica Potter.
Yeah.
And the only thing I knew is it sounded like Rick. Everything she said, it sounded like Rick, and she'd only met Rick that one time out there at Ashmore. So
the time that I hope it wasn't the time that I had him dressed in the shorty shorts and the tank top, dancing in his cowboy boots.
It was when the Ghost Brothers were there. So probably it was the one where I couldn't make it because I was in the hospital.
I like this outfit when he was at Daytona.
So that's when you met Dara and Caitlin and all them.
Yep.
So it was that time.
Oh yeah, it was me and him was walking through Walmart before an investigation event there at Ashmore Estates, and he saw these little pair of Daisy Duke shorts and stuff, and I can't remember what they used. Oh, they were just kind of really short shorts. He goes, I would so rock those. And he picked up this little tank top that would kind of match it and said that would look good on me too. And it said sexy or something like that on it. And I'm like, bet, got to do it. I'm buying it.
That sounds like some crap most veterans would do nowadays.
Only
there's so many Army and Marine vets out there right now that they call them freedom shorts. They're like, yeah, that's what we had in boot camp, but that was so short.
Hey, Caitlin.
Third, when I say they are short, if you do jumping jacks and you're not secure,
we had him put on. We got him a little pretty cowboy hat for it and stuff, and he wore his cowboy boots. And Robin Terry played the "Whose Bed Has Your Boots Been Under" song, and Rick come down the room dancing to it and stuff. And when he spun around at the end of it and stomped his foot down, he snapped the heel off his cowboy boot.
Oh shit! I would have said roller skates would have been great.
No, we'd have hurt each other with those.
no, I mean, think about it. Shorty shorts with and just a tube top, the shorty shorts and roller skate. I actually saw a guy dressed like that in Paintsville, Kentucky.
It wasn't supposed to be a tube top.
I don't even know if they were selling tube tops back then, but I know they are now again.
This wasn't supposed to be a tube top. It just happened to fit that way.
You didn't have enough tube to keep the top on.
No, he didn't have enough tube to keep his top on.
And I was cruising through Facebook the other day, and I ain't gonna lie, I missed the man so bad it's unreal. We had a lot of fun together. When we first met and went on, it was like a wildfire. We were gone and running, and hell, he moved down to the Carolinas and ended up moving back up here. And hell, I went down there to help him move up. But it was always on the go. Once he got moved up here close, we was out every weekend.
Yeah, I mean, you have to say something about a guy who moves back to take care of his grandma.
Yep, absolutely,
absolutely. Like I said, we had such a good time with him every time we were with him, and I mean, we were with him every weekend from September to November.
Yeah, doing Sally House.
So. Yeah, we were supposed to make it out to there and Melbourne Manor together, and I'm going to make that happen. I don't know if it'll make it this year.
I wouldn't go. I wouldn't waste your time at Sally House.
If I go, it's just because Rick always wanted to go there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it was good then, but not now.
Well, they haven't met me yet.
Well, the they is not there.
Yeah, it's
a different they if there's anything there.
Right, it's a different day.
They're not even doing investigations at all there?
Huh?
They're not doing investigations at all there anymore?
Oh, yeah, they are. There's just different stuff there.
The house got cleared in 2017.
We know that for a fact.
I didn't get anything for the last 3 weeks we did tours.
The guys that came in there, he shot a movie, but it just hadn't come out. But
let me drink my
after that, it was completely dead. I mean,
well, that would be a perfect place then to do the experiment, to get some of us together that knew Rick and was real close to him and know how much he liked the Sally House, to go there and see if we can't make contact.
I think you would get better activity from him at Malvern because that was his place.
That one too.
Oh yeah,
that was his favorite. Sally House he was just obsessed with until he wasn't. After he stayed there a couple nights, he was done.
We did that with a lot. He was almost as ADHD as I am. We would be fire on something, and then as soon as we got bored with it, we was doing something else.
Yeah.
So, hey, Dara. So See, you're drawing some listeners there.
Vera. Hi. Oh, and Gary.
It's all this right here.
It's all that.
Puppy right there. That
What
baby.
was this? I thought there was this one here.
Yeah, between the baby and the dog, I have no chance.
Yeah, you and me are just screwed, man.
Yeah, I'm just cannon fodder.
Like
So how's Teresa? I know
She's
she's
a little
not
better.
feeling well.
Yeah, I guess I think she got some ate something that didn't agree with her. She got a little bit of poisoning. She was all night last night, most of the day today, in and out of the bathroom and stuff. And
hey,
yeah, so she's like
Cameron.
they're moaning. I'm like, that's why you don't eat that crap.
but it's so tasty.
Yeah. So she's doing a little better today.
Good.
She
I'm glad to hear.
apologized that she couldn't make it. I was like, yeah, I'd rather not make it than sit here and also go, oh, I gotta go. And I can run out the door.
You know what?
Hold that thought.
Or I do that. I tell them I have to. I just get up and go. But I have a co-pilot, so I'm
Yeah,
fine.
in the StreamYard, you can also kind of click on your own thing and put yourself out if you want to in another thing, or mute your mic or whatever. And it's kind of nice. I mean, we use the StreamYard also for our shows. I like the system. I think it works really well.
Why don't you tell everybody about your shows?
Well, right now I'm only doing one. I've got 2 more coming back though. Right now we got one on Tuesday nights. It's at 9:00 Eastern. In fact, after doing this, I'll get an hour break and I'll be right back on the podcast again tonight. It's called Stirring the Pot, and it's everything.
That's similar to what Cameron does.
And what's that on?
We talk about anything. Anything.
I mean, where do you catch it on?
We do it on our LAP Productions, our production company's Facebook page, YouTube channel. I put it on my Facebook page and YouTube channel. We also on Twitch through LAP Productions. So we put it out there in different formats and things. And we take.
Is there a way to listen to it if you're not on Facebook?
YouTube.
You can't stand
YouTube.
the owner and the company.
YouTube.
And you can't stand YouTube. Is there
Twitch.
any other way?
Twitch.
Yeah. Twitch is even more liberal.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
better off
a
with
bunch
YouTube.
of harlots right now.
Well, I'll tell you what. I get what you're saying with that, but you know what? They're going to have to ban me again for getting me to go away on Facebook. I'm not just going to walk away because I don't like what they're saying. They're going to hear what I got to say.
Well, I've never been on Facebook and never will.
I always have. And I've got one account that I can't even brand. I can't even sign in. I go to type it and it's like banned. It will not allow me to even sign into my account.
I don't know how I haven't been banned yet. Luke, just keep me updated, by the way, buddy.
Well,
Yeah,
I will tell
I
you.
posted some real the fact that I have not been pulled down by the fact checkers blows my mind.
I tell you, but our
Luke's trying to get over here now, isn't he?
Yes.
Well,
The thing is we cannot be seen on YouTube right now because we've been banned.
On YouTube?
Yep.
Oh,
I've never been banned on YouTube.
Yep.
Now you gave me a goal, god dang it.
yeah.
I gave you a goal.
Oh,
So-
yeah. We got our whole account.
That's hard to
on
believe.
YouTube.
I haven't. That's one of the places I haven't been banned.
I know, funny, isn't it?
I don't know how some of the shit that I say.
The reason I think that any of us got banned was because of either Cameron or somebody else. It wasn't me.
It was
You always
definitely
gonna, that means it was you.
no, it was definitely me.
I was saying the first person to claim innocent usually is the most guilty one, or at least that's how it works with me.
No, she's
right.
usually the tame controlled calm.
Yes, I'm the tame one most of the time.
She's
So-
the voice of reason.
There is no rhyme or reason in my head. That's my wife, and she's not here, so I'm good. I have nobody going, you really might not want to say that, or hit me on the leg when I go to say something like, what? I get that a lot.
We just got to watch the curse words and can't say anything racist. It's really the only rules we
That's
have.
that ain't a problem.
And yeah, I mean, we're not going to say anything racist anyway. So
Yeah.
No, I don't. That's something that never even crosses my mind.
Yeah.
I just that's people are people. I don't give a crap. But
I hate everybody equally.
the cursing part's where I usually get myself into trouble because I have a mouth that taught sailors how to cry.
It's funny you say that.
because he's a sailor.
You're next.
Yeah.
Come on down, I was on submarines. We'll show you how it's really played.
They always say, that my family taught the sailors how to their language. We go all the way back, way back. I had a person, my mom's side, the last side of the family, that used to not speak that way.
So,
He's trying.
so Jay, were you in the service?
No. My dad was a drill instructor in the Army. He got out before my brother, who's 2 years older than me, was born, just before he was born. I had 18 years with no option. I was graduating high school. He said, you can go in the military, you can go to college, you can stay on a family farm and work the farm, or you can walk up that door and be the man you think you are. I hadn't even graduated school yet. I moved out that weekend. So I'm gone. See you later.
So your military service was served under your father, basically.
Yeah. Oh, and he never left. And my wife doesn't understand because she's her family lifestyle, mine's way different. And not that neither one were bad, just different. And I would say she was raised more liberal than a conservative dad. He's from Kentucky, but he was more open-minded about things. Mine was, if it didn't benefit the family unit, what was good for the family. It's all about helping one another and taking care of the family. Move it. Even with the farm, it was all we didn't live on the farm. My grandparents did, and my aunt and uncle had 150 head of dairy cattle on their farm. Between the two farms is like 2,600 acres that we took care of, plus 150 head of cattle. My granddad had beef cattle and about 100 breeding sows. But it was always about what benefited the family unit, what was good for all. We worked together as one to become beneficial to all. And you respected everything. Like I remember when I was a kid, one time some people were talking about, you bring up racism and stuff. And I didn't talk about it. We just talked to everybody the same way. My dad said, I'm going to tell you something they taught me in the military. That's what I say is the only time a color of a person matters was colors in their hair. If there's the color of the silver or gray in their hair, you better be a yes, ma'am, or a yes, sir coming out of your mouth. That's the only color I need to know. They got gray in the hair. They deserve honor and respect. If not, Dad whipped my ass.
Well, does that work? Does that mean that we should respect you?
No. Heck no. But that's just the way we were taught. It was just
I grew up. It didn't take long to figure out
sir, no, sir.
a person's a good person. It didn't matter. They're an asshole. It didn't matter what color they were either. So
nope.
I got taught to
good
be
or bad.
respectful to my elders, and then I got older and I learned respect goes both ways. So if you don't respect me, I'm definitely not going to respect you.
Yeah, but you can not respect somebody, and not be an ass about it.
True.
You can. To me, if I don't respect somebody, I just don't communicate with you.
Right.
I won't say anything bad about you. I will never say that you're a bad person. I will never say anything negative about you whatsoever. I won't say anything about you at all. I won't even acknowledge that you exist. You do you, I do me. Leave me alone. You leave me alone. Well,
I'll call you a dick to your face.
I won't. I'll be nice, unless you give me a reason to. If you give me a reason to, then there is no holds barred. I will not stop. I will not relent. You will cry.
Yeah, I don't candy coat anything.
No.
I'm not Willy Wonka. I'm not candy coating crap.
If I don't like you, I'll let you know it.
But I'll still be respectful. I'll be like,
there's not that many of those.
Yep, you have the day you deserve.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
I will not start anything.
I'm going to tell you a secret on how you can tell if I like someone or I don't.
You're still
I don't
talking
joke
to me.
around with them, and I kill them with kindness. And you may have seen some of that when we were at the event. If you were paying attention.
Not me. I was too busy paying.
I know you're too busy sweating your ass off in that suit. So
Odine's a great character. He's just a lot of fun.
But not in the middle of August. It's not as much.
He was active for 7.5 hours.
I know.
Day, almost 9 hours on the first day.
I know.
On the first day.
Yeah.
I think it should have just started later on the first day.
Probably lost a few pounds on that.
He drank. I drank enough beer for him to make up the water weight.
Okay.
How did you like meeting Travis Walton?
It was okay.
He seemed like a really nice guy.
Yeah, he did. Now he was the UFO guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He seemed like a very nice guy, but some of the things he was saying, I didn't really get a chance to listen to him talk and have a conversation with him. So I only caught bits and pieces.
Oh, dude.
And I don't like that because I can't. Because I feel he's got a lot to say that I would want to question and understand more.
Right.
But I'm that guy that's what always 99% of the time I get in trouble is when I ask people why. Because I'm that guy that I will ask you because I truly either want to understand what you're saying and where you're coming from, where I think everybody else wants to understand it too, because if you're going to disagree with somebody, be educated when you disagree.
I think there's a lot of
And
stuff.
have a discussion.
You could ask him why. And there's a lot of stuff I don't think he knows why.
Well, but
I think to a point he doesn't remember a lot. I mean,
I
he
agree
may have
with that.
been knocked out or out.
I agree with that, but I guarantee that he would give you the reason. Well, I really don't remember that, but this is why I think I don't remember that. There's like you were just saying, have a discussion. Have a discussion. If you want to disagree with somebody on an educated level, not just because you have a feeling.
Yeah. You can't bring me facts, bring me statistics. I've had multiple arguments where I have lost friends recently since this political garbage started getting out of hand because I bring in facts, statistics, numbers, everything. Well, I work here, so I see what's going on directly. Okay, you're getting fed everything by your employer so they can cover their butt. I've been through that multiple times. I've seen many employers feed you garbage so that way you bend to their will, and I don't do that anymore. But give me credited sources and information, some number, any data at all other than, well, I feel like that. I don't give a crap how you feel.
Doesn't work.
You could be good, bad, happy, sad, angry, pissed off. I don't care. You want to have that topic? You want to have that conversation? Let's do it.
Yep. I deal with facts and truth myself.
But the bad part about it is everybody gets their information through Google. And you can Google right now that if alcohol can help your eyes, and you'll ask it, then ask the very next question if alcohol will damage your eyes, and you will find a study that will back up both of them.
Yep. Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
That's have to go and look into it.
You have to delve deeper than what your first initial little search is. You have to get off initial searches. I found, I don't want to bring up a controversial name now, Joe Rogan. He introduced me to DuckDuckGo, where they do block a lot more of that stuff. And it is, a lot of people saying, well, it's all conservative. It's not all conservative.
No.
And all Google is not all liberal. It's where you look and how you look. You can find both sides. And somewhere in the middle of all that is the truth. But you have to open up your mind to it and be accepting to even acknowledge the other side.
You'll like this, Jay. I did a social experiment about 3 years ago, I want to say. I posted an article talking about they were desecrating graves. And everybody but one person, I'm talking 50, 60 people, easy. First day started jumping at it. They shouldn't do this. This is anarchy. Why are they desecrating soldiers' graves like that? Well, if you actually read the article, they were moving the gravesite and giving them actual graves instead of a mass grave. So they were trying to honor the soldiers and properly bury them. Right. You read the headline of an article that I found because I thought the same thing. And then I read into it and I'm like, well, this is an interesting read. Clickbait. Let's find out how many people actually read it.
Right.
They only read the headline and that's it.
Or
they skim it.
What they want to.
Yeah. And they want to believe what they want to. Back to feelings. But
that's the problem with liberals.
I believe it or not now. I've got what they want to
believe.
I've got some very right-wing conservative friends of mine that want to believe what they want to believe. I can show them facts and data that they're too far on that right side and they still won't hear it. They won't listen. They absolutely refuse to hear it. Nope, this is what it is. And that's like, no,
then they're idiots.
Nope. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you what you believe is wrong. So I'm a firm believer in the old thing, left wing, right wing. It's the same bird. We have to come to the middle ground. We're like you said a bit ago, we have to have discussions. People don't want to discuss anymore like we are right now. They don't want to actually have a discussion and hear the other side. And where I get in trouble a lot on Facebook, and I got my brother-in-law's best friend, he'll delete me for a week or two. Then he'll send me a friend request. Then he'll delete me. He's been doing this for years. Because I'm that guy that I will post something like you posted this week. I'll post about desecrating graves. Next week, I'll post the exact opposite about it. And see how people flip. Because they don't pay attention. They see that quick little thing first. And they don't remember more than a week or two later. So I'll post the exact same thing that I posted today. I'll wait 2 weeks and I'll reword it supporting the other side and see what happens that way. And sometimes it's the same people that argue it both ways because they're not looking. They're not thinking. They just want to react.
And
what
yeah, you have to, in order to have a logical discussion and be respectful on each side, you have to keep your emotions in check. And I've had conversation. Give me a minute. Well, no, I want to keep talking. I'm more than happy to keep talking to you, but I need a smoke break or something because it's starting to piss me off. Let me go calm down. Let's take 5-10 minutes. Let's take a little breather, and we'll get back to it. Because I've been on that side where I've just blown my lid. I'm like, I don't want to hear this anymore. And it's not how you have those discussions, and that's how you make an ass of yourself.
As long as you're having a discussion or a debate, you're using your mind. The moment you get into an argument, you're using your emotions and are no longer listening. You're just responding, and you get no further along than anything else. It's no different than having the discussion on ghosts and dust orbs.
One thing I've
hear one way or the other way. That's it. They won't listen to the other side.
One thing I've started doing is as soon as you try to insult my intelligence, insult who I am as a person, as soon as you become any kind of personal, I'm done.
Oh, yeah.
I'm done. You want to attack me, my character, my family, my dogs, what your mom thinks, okay, well, this has been an interesting conversation. You have a good life. What do you mean by that? I will no longer be talking to you ever again. Because obviously you couldn't control your emotions. You let your feelings get the better of you, and you decided to come after me because I came with more facts and statistics and numbers and everything we've been talking about. And you're pissed that you didn't come as prepared as I did, so you decided to attack me. You're
right.
Uninformed. So no, I don't want to have this conversation anymore. I don't want to associate with you anymore. You cannot control who you are as a person. So bye.
Dogsy down. So the best one is when they say that my so-and-so family member saw this online.
Oh God. Yeah, that's real reputable. That's a real.
My niece's nephew's best friend's dog said it.
Gunny
right out of his ass, right?
Yeah.
Gunny right here crapped out a news article from CNN.
Well, that's the only place they come from.
That's where they come from.
Hey man,
you need to start charging for that, Cameron.
Yeah, you and me need to have a talk about you giving your news to CNN.
You know what CNN stands for, right? Communist Nazi Network.
Yeah, it's got a lot of different definitions.
That's what I've called it for 20, 30 years.
I don't follow any news agency. I really don't. I do so much searching on my own with independence. I do all my research that way. My son, bless his heart, he's only 22, but he is very active in current events and things. And I discuss things with him because if he'll find out something or hear something, he'll come to me and ask me about it. And he always says, "What's your opinion?" I'm like, "Well, let's go with an opinion, but then let's go fact search this thing, see what we can find out what's going on in the thing is because there's so much more there."
Luke, wait till they start pulling out the Babylon Bee. Real reputable news right there, man. Let me tell you.
I bet.
I've never heard of that.
You don't want to, probably.
No, probably not.
No, don't use them ever. Never.
Sure. That makes me want to go make fun of them now. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Watch, we're gonna pop up on Babylon Bee later. You said our name. Now we got to do an article about you. Shit.
Okay. You can take my name. I don't care.
I don't care.
Let's see what you say.
Good luck finding anything.
Yeah. Look,
they're going to use my picture from Ghost Adventures and go, look at her.
I dare you to try to cancel culture me. I don't even know if I have a culture.
Me neither.
Y'all do what you want to do, but you start digging into my past, you might start questioning how much deeper you want to dig.
Well, you know.
That's true.
If I'm willing to start World War III over Germany spam calling me every day, what do you think I'd be willing to do to you? Every day. This week, every day, 2 and 3 times, I'm getting phone calls from Germany. I'm about to make Hitler seem like a really nice guy.
I always like those spam phone calls. I always answer them and have fun with them.
It's all bots. It's like you can't even have fun with them.
Yeah, it's all.
Because I used to be the same way. If they
was automatic call dialers or
if they would respond and have a conversation, let's play. I've got time to kill. But
I got that one time. Rick made fun of me for that one. I caught one of those got your car insurance when I was off from work and stuff. And I kept calling them back until they actually blocked my number. I was bored.
We had a guy. He's one of my stalkers. Called the Atchison Chamber of Commerce so much that they blocked his number because he wanted to talk to them about the real truth about the real Sally, and he wanted to make sure that everybody knew all this stuff.
His version of it, which was the real one.
He
right?
also did the same thing to the Villisca Axe murder house until Martha finally told him, she goes, "You are banned from here, and we have blocked your number." I mean, even Johnny had to block him.
That always gets me. I don't care how much I dislike somebody, or not somebody, but dislike somebody's stance on what they're doing with their evidence and how they're putting it out there. But you know what? That's their evidence. I don't ever bash.
This guy did his research in his mom's basement in his underwear.
I know several people that put themselves on as local historians around here and stuff, right. But they're not actually educated or trained. Just because they spent years researching on their own accord, right, doesn't make them absolutely 100% accurate or right. But they try to put themselves all that way. And if that's what you want, you can sell a book or a video or two. Fine. But when somebody else comes up with some better once again, the same thing we said earlier, somebody comes up with some new data or information, then you should take that into account. But oh no, if it challenges what they believe.
Science facts, information is constantly changing.
Absolutely.
There is new evidence being put out daily, if not hourly.
Absolutely.
On so much. So you have to be able to adapt. So what you read 5 days ago was probably accurate at that point in time, and it's great you remember that. But certain things, this is one of those things I discuss often. Let me go ahead and keep doing research on it. That way, hey, keep me informed when something changes on this. Let me get back into this. That way you can keep updated and accurate. And when you have these discussions, you can say, hey, 5 years ago, I had learned this. This is what they were talking about. But recently, they've actually put this out. This is what this is saying now.
Absolutely.
If you just live off
to learn.
Yeah. Hello, Muhammad Cade from
Sheffield, UK. All right.
And Luke, I know you're wanting to clickbait the shot pump action shotgun.
What?
Just wait till you get to Texas, buddy. Just
shotgun. Where?
Oh, those are in the safe right now. I've only got an AR and a couple.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't own firearms.
Nerf guns, man.
I don't own firearms.
I got a slingshot. I thought that's what you guys were talking about. AR-15 slingshot. That's new one.
Well,
I actually have a couple slingshots that my dad made.
Automatic slingshot fire.
Oh yeah, fully automatic. It's got a bump stock on it. I mean, a bump handle.
Well, the thing is here we shoot off our mouths a lot.
Does it weigh as much as 50 moving boxes? You knew what I was talking about.
Denise, I would never shoot off my mouth.
I do. Mine's always loaded and ready to go.
I'm a quiet, shy guy.
Okay.
Like long walks on the beach.
Then what did you do with Jay Lynch? Because you're not Jay Lynch.
He's a jackass. I don't like him anymore. He gets me in trouble. I can't hang out with him.
I guess maybe we should have had Bodine on here.
I'll be getting in trouble later on my show after this one. I'm already getting prepared for it.
Wait, is that the new Jameson Orange?
No, I haven't tried that yet.
I'm really curious about it. I've seen a lot
I've
of
heard some good things about it, but then again, I heard some good things about some of the other flavored stuff, and I'm like,
I've got Blue Moon right now.
What is that?
I try to be responsible when I'm on a guest on other people's show. I can't say that for my own.
That's accurate. Wow. I'll play nice and respectful as long as you play nice and respectful on your show. But as soon as I start to see things get a little wild, well, let's play.
I'll be back.
Yeah, you gotta, and that's the thing about things. I try to have fun with everything, and I'm one of those outspoken people that I have an opinion about everything. But I always remind people that it's just an opinion. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. I'm just saying this is my opinion. And that's the bad thing about things nowadays is people don't want to admit that opinions they're the most useless piece of information that there is. They take no basis of fact whatsoever.
Well, in my opinion, your opinion's invalid, so Piss
They're
off.
the most useless thing out there. They take no basis of fact whatsoever.
No.
None. It's a
You
feeling.
Yeah, you believe what you want to believe, but again, where's your evidence?
And if it's your belief, then you don't need evidence. It's your belief.
Yeah.
It's no different than your religious belief. It's your belief, and yours is no more validated than anybody else's.
No.
I mean, I'd agree with you, but I can still respect it. It's your opinion. You're entitled to it. Have fun with it. Don't mean I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, Luke, the actual full phrase is our opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, but I only care about my own.
Well, my wife's got two. She got hers and me.
I mean, some of us are just walking assholes. So.
Well, we all started out that way when very first conception. The first thing it develops is about us is our rectum.
Yep. And some of us just never got past that phase.
Nope. Look at him all laid back here, looking like he's all relaxed and dog all chilled out.
I'm watching the kid and you guys.
So you're watching three kids.
She's got a whole bunch of toys over here. She goes over and starts playing with toys, and then she's like, she's got a mouthful of cat hair she puts in her mouth. Any of the toys she could have, but no, she got to grab a clump of cat hair.
Well, they got to find them.
That's
the good thing about kids.
That's this guy. He's got all these toys. Ooh, water bottle.
That's the thing about kids and dogs. They'll find whatever you don't want them to find.
What you don't want them to have.
I'll let him. He spits out the cap, so I don't. I don't care. I'll clean it up later.
And somebody has separation anxiety.
I'm not ashamed of it.
Well, she doesn't like.
It's okay,
anybody-
Jay. We'll cuddle later.
Okay, promise.
I promise.
Oh God! Well, thank God, somebody wants to finally cuddle. Don't tell me you get to be Big Spoon.
I'm always Big Spoon.
I hate always getting. Well, you're 6'3" and I'm only like
Well-
5.
Well, Jay, I'm sorry. In this case, you'd have to be the small spoon because Cameron's about a foot taller than you.
Well, it can work the other way. It just looks weird.
Yeah, it looks like a little jetpack.
Oh, look, he's got a backpack on. If you start singing that My Buddy song, I'm out of here.
Oh.
Is that what happened with you and Rick?
Oh, I think he just got there for a little while. He had to take a break from me, and I don't blame him. I had to take a break for myself too, but there's only one way for me to do that, and that ain't happening. Nope. So yeah, it's like I said, and we just went so hard, so fast for so long. Teresa and all them got burnt out. That's why they took away booking from me. They're like, I've been allowed to book in a single event in 3 years.
Well, she's got to watch out for you and her.
No, she don't. I'll be fine. I'm always fine.
Is that why you came by yourself to Marshalltown?
She couldn't get off work, or she would have been there.
Oh, that's right. That's what she said.
Yeah, she wanted to go, but she couldn't get off work. So I actually got to go out of state with no adult supervision.
Are you falling asleep on my shoulder like that?
What's your day job, Jay?
I work in a paper converting plant.
What is a paper converting plant?
We take big rolls of paper, make them into different things, smaller rolls, circles, squares. We work with parchment paper. And so about everything I package goes for food and medical packaging.
Okay. I use a lot of parchment paper.
We sell a lot of it.
So, well, I mean, I don't use the sprays on my pans. I just use the parchment paper. It's better.
Yeah, we make it in sheets, we make it in circles, if you ever bought a Sara Lee pie and got that thing that says remove before baking or thawing or had the cooking instructions on it, that was made in my plant.
Okay. We
make wrapper. We also do laminating, foil to paper laminating for like extra gum, cigarette wrappers. We all if it's in the Food or Drug Administration, something like that, we make paper for it.
And Sally hauls a lot of it.
Yeah.
Really?
She's a truck driver in the chat room.
Oh, she's on. Hey, Sally.
So Sally was part of the Freedom Convoy to Washington.
I came back to Ohio then, not too far from me.
Well, we had so many that went. I mean, we had like 3 that went through Missouri.
They've got a big American flag. It is awesome. It's something by 100 feet. I can't remember what its other measurement was. It is.
So when are they all supposed to be in Washington, D.C.? Do you know?
Yesterday.
Good.
The first thing was supposed to be there by the time he did the State of the Union. They didn't make that.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
And part
that's
of
because
today.
the State of the Union is shit. We're all screwed, and there's was no
No.
reason for him to.
No, we are not all screwed.
Nah.
Who's not screwed? Oh, that's right. Biden's not. Nancy's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, the next morning on the radio, at the end when he like fell apart,
I saw an
when he
interesting.
got off script, and he's called. You know, we need to help the Iraqi or Iranians people from Russia. And, yeah, he kind of went. Woo-hoo.
You can.
Uranians, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw,
Iranians,
They came from
whatever.
Uranus.
Yeah,
I saw a very interesting quote this morning. You can vote your way into communism, but you can only shoot your way out.
that's right.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
But he at the end he goes, "Go get him." Well, everybody in the radios next morning were calling in. They're like, "What the hell is he talking about? Who's him? What are we going to get?" And everybody's throwing out all these different ideas what they thought him was.
Go get his meds. Go get him a new diaper.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, one guy called up and he says, "Hey, I used to work the security Secret Service." He said he's got an earpiece in, and they're in contact with him. He goes, "I think what happened is he heard them say, 'Okay, go get him,' like get his ass off."
Yep, he repeated it.
And he just repeated it
Because
he's so stupid. He just doesn't know.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Biden's husband. You are Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that one? He was helicopter.
I like the one when he's getting ready to get on the helicopter and they ask him a question. He turns around and says, "And I wiped my own butt." Well, I come to find out he doesn't usually wipe his own ass.
Oh my!
Yeah,
I've got a helicopter I want to fly him on.
Yeah, and drop.
It's a no. He's a fairly tall gentleman. I just got to have him walk around the front because this model, when I walk around the front, touches me right here with its stationary. When they start to rev up, it does like to bow up and down. It will punch me right in the personal bits when it starts to do this. Just let him go on a walk around it. He's so used to the taller helicopter. No, you're good, little buddy. Go ahead and walk to the front of the helicopter. It's okay.
Just a haircut. It'll be all right.
Just a little bit off the top.
Just a little.
Just about from here up, right?
Just the tip.
Well,
I'm not going to say that, then I'll get in trouble.
Man, I tell you, we thought Carter was the dumbest president we ever had. Man,
he said, "Hold my beer."
He's got him by a bunch.
We thought we couldn't get worse than Obama.
Well, I know that was the worst. Thank God we didn't live back when Woodrow Wilson, the communist, was in there. Woo!
All right, Gunny, you're starting to make my arm fall asleep. I know you're tired.
Oh, no, it's just a little
You
puppy.
sleeping?
did you see the one?
He
meme
has
you're
been
saying?
beat all day. He didn't sleep much. I come home. He wasn't at the door.
He looks tired.
Oh, he is. He comes downstairs. I'm like, "You were taking a nap, weren't you?" Maybe. Go out to go to the bathroom, come back inside. I'm going to lay back down.
I don't blame him.
I would.
Dogs got it easy.
Yep.
I always said if such thing as reincarnation will come back as a AKC registered stud service dog. What a life.
Not a stud horse.
I don't care as long as it's
Stud
they bring. I get to eat.
I
I
go
get to
stud
play
horse.
around all day. They
Yeah,
bring me
2 or 3 a
they
day.
bring me my date. They take my date away. I don't have to do nothing. I'll just do my job. That's it. What a life.
Oh,
I love my
So-
life, right?
yeah.
That's my reincarnation plans.
So what do you have to do to get that kind of life? Is that better
I
or
think-
worse?
I think some of these horses would run a little faster if they knew their possible future.
Yeah, I would.
I would.
Get the heck out of it. I'm a fat guy. Hey, let's go.
I like my tacos too much. Let me be reincarnated as a sloth. Hell yeah. I get to eat and lay around all day. I move
Something
slow as is.
That's
Something
funny.
that's so slow, bowl grows on it.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
It's not like I'm changing that much. I'm just a little slower.
So, did you see the meme that they're talking about things that you can see from space? And one of them says now you can see Zelensky's balls from space since they're so big.
He's
I'm
definitely
finding
made a
more-
lot of other world leaders look very bad.
I'm
No.
seeing a lot more propaganda with everything. I saw something earlier today. I didn't get a chance to read into it. I was at work. But it was an article, and this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Read into things. And it was saying something like Putin was going after Ukraine for he wanted to show the child sex trafficking. I'm like,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's interesting, but from what I can gather, Russia has to spend millions of dollars regularly to Ukraine because of the pipelines that are going through it.
Right.
So, I
That
mean, there's so much
makes more sense.
propaganda. Yeah, there's so much propaganda going on right now. Don't believe anything. Just don't.
Yeah, there's people out there that
I got you.
that believe that Russia's right, and there's people out there that believe that, well, it's not all Russia. That's the part people need to understand. Just the government of Russia, not the people of Russia, that wants the Ukraine.
I advise you to invest in valuable metals,
You know what I've invested in?
copper and brass. And
Generac.
lead.
You want to know why? Because everybody over there is buying generators right now, and hurricane season's coming. So I bought Generac,
Don't remind me.
and I want a Generac system when we move south. So I bought stock in the company for that, and I bought an EFT. It's called GLD. It's all gold. And made some money on it already today, so I'm doing good. But ow.
I can tell you what my wife's buying. I just go to work.
Ow.
I don't care.
Yeah, look at that dent.
I'm one of the worst people for this stuff. My wife, it's Teresa, bless her heart. If she was to actually pay attention to all this stuff, she would be hoarding stuff like crazy, stockpiling on food, all these other things. My country redneck butt's never worried about it. I'll be all right. I've always been all right. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hogs are always in season.
Yeah, I never worry about anything. I've always been that way. It is what it is. They're going to do what they want to do, and I'm going to do what I need to do, take care of me and mine. And as long as everybody else wants to work together, great. Those that don't want to work together, go away.
The only thing that I'm hoarding right now is cat food
Ammo.
because I don't have a gun. I
Yeah,
don't
see,
have to worry about that.
Luke's over there in England. I'm sure they're getting a little better information than what we are. I've even seen information. They said the Russian soldiers they said most of them are drunk on vodka.
I'm
hearing they're like a bunch of bumbling idiots.
One thing I'm really curious about. This is the first war recently where everything can be live streamed. Everything.
Yeah, but
there's internet everywhere. But I have yet to see an actual firefight.
Right.
I've heard no rounds going off. I've seen people making Molotov cocktails. I've seen burned tanks here and there.
Right.
But I haven't actually seen. I've seen people in handcuffs, but no context behind it. It's like, I mean, in a real war. So from the show, TV show MASH. Perfect quote, and I'm going to bastardize the heck out of this. They were comparing, war is hell, and he goes, war is not hell. War is war, hell is hell. Who goes to hell? Well, sinners go to hell. Yeah, and in war, there is no difference. There's no innocent. There's women, children. There's people that have no desire to be a part of the war. War is not hell.
I remember that episode.
And it's true. I mean, people that are in hell deserve to be in hell. That has been very clear through the Christianity guidelines. But war, they always talk about the casualties of war, and there's always going to be some other fallout, some destruction that wasn't anticipated. Well, no.
But that's with anything. That's life in its own self.
Exactly. So war.
Whether you want to contribute global warming to a natural thing that occurs or to all man-made things. It doesn't matter. It's still something that's going to happen. There's
Right, and nothing you can do about it.
I saw an interesting theory about that one. It's not so much global warming as, and again, I saw this years and years ago, but I haven't been able to find anything recently on it.
No, because everybody's making you buy into global war or climate change.
It was a theory that what actually destroyed the dinosaurs wasn't a meteor or anything like that. It was the poles rotating, North Pole becoming South Pole becoming North Pole, and the change of it threw everything off, and they couldn't adapt to the time frames. And this theory, again, this isn't confirmed, this is just a discussion, is that we're not dealing with global warming, we're dealing with another polarity shift. And I thought that was a very interesting concept.
Well, it's like
theory-wise,
the ice age. There could be another ice age sometime. It won't happen in my lifetime, more than likely, but it's going to do. It's going to do.
We might see another ice age.
Used to be a glacier.
Yeah.
Look at Texas last year.
What caused this? Used to be a glacier, right where we're at right now. Did the dinosaurs back then, were they driving big ass SUVs? Is that what happened? I mean, come on.
They were farting. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, cows methane. But it's just everything comes in a cycle. Is what I'm saying, though, and how people want to sit there and attribute it. Can we do things that can make things worse? Absolutely. Can we do things to make things better? Absolutely. But some things are just going to happen. Life is what it is. It's all about
you can't change it.
It's how you react to it. It's going to make a difference whether you survive or don't survive.
At this point, I'm starting to choose violence.
Are you threatening us? No.
No, but unfortunately, the people that I wish to choose violence over, I can't get a hold of right now.
Well, I understand that, and I resemble that remark. Again, stabbing things runs in my family.
I know.
All the hostilities here, I swear. They call me the redneck.
Born and raised in Texas.
Texas.
Although I'm the black sheep of my family, like they're all, they try and be nice, respect everybody, love everything. I'm over here like, let me own all the guns and go live on a ranch in the middle of nowhere and be left the hell alone. And then they kind of told me about where I was adopted from and where I was conceived. Yeah, I was conceived in a barn. And then as soon as they found that, they were like, that explains way more than we wanted to know.
Alcohol fetal syndrome?
Possibility. Dropped down the stairs as a baby. That I know has happened.
I did that with one of my kids. I fell down the steps with one of my kids and dropped one on the stairs. I tripped on something and dropped her down.
Joshua, violence is never the answer. Violence is the question. The answer is yes. People always hate me when I say that because they're like, violence is never the answer. It's not the answer. It's the question.
Sometimes it's the solution. It may not be the right answer, but it's the solution to the problem at the time.
Yeah, I've never been able to talk a bully out of anything.
I've always enjoyed bullies.
Oh, I hated them. I hated seeing people get bullied. And
I don't like them.
We
I
took
just
care of them
because I always bullied the bullies, and it makes it. You finally have someone that you can do what they're doing to other people too, and nobody cares. You're not a bad guy.
I got picked on a lot in elementary school and middle school, and then I had a huge growth spurt. Yeah, my freshman through junior year of high school, I corrected quite a few people. I actually had the principal pull me into office and say, if you put hands on this person, we're going to have to call the cops because you're too big to deal with. And then she went back in her office and I put hands on that kid.
She just decided not to look?
Yeah, that's exact. She saw him walking towards me. I was walking towards him. She turned around and went right back in her office.
Yeah, I was bullied a lot as a kid.
Because she knew what he was doing and what it was. Something wasn't there. He had a story where he was talking about chopping up a girl and then doing certain things to the pieces.
Wow.
Yeah, he was some. something wasn't right with this kid. So when it came to, she did what she had to do to cover her butt at her job. All props to you. I understand that as an adult.
Who's Joshua? Where are you from, Joshua?
Hear you, but I focused on the opposite, and it's worked for me. That's fine and dandy. Most people, some people can be positive and go for a peaceful method, but it's better to be a soldier in a farm. Yeah, warrior. Thank you, warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
She's coming around.
You are not peaceful if you are harmless.
Yeah. So
I would try every avenue possible to be diplomatic, to be resolution about things. Violence is the absolute last thing I want to do. But if you get to that point, if you make me go to that point, I will have no problem switching it off and being inhumane as hell.
The most dangerous group of people in society are the men that just want to be left alone.
That's right.
The men that enjoy the peace and quiet and stability of their lives. Because as soon as you remove that from them, they know there is no going back. The next course of action, what they are going to do that follows, is going to make blood eagles look like a happy holiday. If you don't know what a blood eagle is, well, some of you may want to Google it. Some of you I'd advise against it.
I'm a simple country boy. I just want to be left alone. I want to have fun with everybody, have a laugh with everybody, have a great time.
Let me have a couple beers with everybody. And
if you choose to be the other way, then that's on your choice. That's not my fault. You push the issues, so be it. What happens. I've also got that Irish attitude because my family's from Ireland and stuff. I may not win, but I always fight if pushed to it.
So what I started to tell you guys is I was bullied severely as a child.
Oh, yeah.
To the point to where I went to inner city schools in Baltimore. I was one of 3 white kids. Me, my sister, and one other kid. I was beat up every day by.
Yeah, but they can't be racist.
So my mom decided to move us. Okay, that's the first thing. But I chose not to blame an entire race of people for what 3 bad families did. Okay, so not racist. We moved to another school district in Baltimore County outside of Baltimore City. And at that time, they decided they wanted to send me back to that school district because they said, "Oh,
yeah, when they're doing the busing,
they were doing the desegregation."
Yep.
Okay, we're going to send her back to that school by
Her
bus
friends.
to go because I already had friends there. And my mom goes like, "Hell, you are." Okay, that was when
friends,
and that was when my dad was still alive. After my dad was murdered, I was bullied even more because I was the weird kid. First of all, I was the weird kid because I can see spirits and other things, but I didn't tell people that. But I was the weird kid because my mom was a single mother with 3 small children, and we had no father. They didn't care that my father was murdered by his own father. There was TV crews that followed me around for 6 months after my dad was murdered.
That's one group of people that I really wish you could take certain paparazzi irritate the snot out of me.
But I mean, I was only in 5th grade.
Yeah.
So here I am. I'm this weird kid getting a junior
couldn't
high
legally
school.
get a gun yet.
Yeah. It was Maryland. Are you even allowed to have one in Maryland?
No.
Back then you were. I mean, all the kids had guns.
Or I'm sorry, a slingshot.
But think about this. Here I am. I'm a teenager, and I'm being bullied because I don't have a father. That's it.
Is that what they said?
No, I don't know. Nobody ever said why.
Oh, you're just guessing it?
All the mothers talked about my mother. I knew that.
That's because
my mom was
bitches like to gossip.
My mom was a 25-year-old widow. So she was young and pretty, and and then having 3 daughters. My mom was dating all the dads, all the teachers liked my mom.
It's dating all their husbands.
That's why they were gossiping.
Probably why.
That's why they were gossiping about you.
There you go, bingo.
So I have no.
That's why you got beat
So
up.
I have no clue why. But
Tell your mom to stay away from my dad.
So I can only guess that it was because I was different. You waving to them again?
Say hi.
So she's so much fun.
But people always want to find something with somebody else so they don't have to look at their own. That's my
yeah.
thing about people being bullies. They're the most insecure people of all. And if you find their insecurity, then they can't point out yours. So they divert attention away from themselves onto someone else.
My biggest thing was they were with a crowd trying to make themselves look more powerful than they really are. So they had their little clique group, whatever the hell you want to call it. And they were known as being, whatever it was, being the jock, being the bully, being whatever. So they had to maintain a reputation. Some of them, yes, they have that insecurity, and it's really more of an individual base at that point in time, where it's one person bullying another person individually. I dealt more with the groups of people that would bully me. And that's what I had noticed is they are all trying to impress each other and who can basically be the most disrespectful. Yeah.
I never had. I guess I'm lucky. I'm blessed. I've never been bullied in my life. I've had people try, but either I've always been quick-witted enough, smart-mouthed enough, or willing enough to take the pain that I wasn't worried about what's going to happen. Like I said, I may not win, but I'm going to fight. If you want to push it that way, let's do it. I'm not going to go. And I'm not the guy that would say, "Well, meet me after school." No, we'll do it right here where we stand. Right. If you're that big and that bad and that tough, you got a problem right here. We are.
High school, that's all I did. I don't have quick wit. I'm usually very slow. I'm dense. But
usually by the time they got, I'll meet you after I had already had them on the ground.
They'd say something smart by the time they finished the sentence. All I had to do was prove I do.
That's right.
Something. And
I ain't gonna tell you I'm kicking your ass. I'm gonna do it. Then you'll figure it out.
All I did was slug them right in the arm. You really want to keep going? This was a warning. I'm not afraid to put hands on you.
Well, we ended up moving because I got tired of it and I beat this girl up. But she started it. I ended up shoving her head into a toilet that had been blocked up for a few months and broke her arm.
I sent two people to the hospital in Christian camp.
But the same girl had broke my nose in 7th grade. So in 9th grade, like I said, I was just done. And she said something about my sister. It's one thing to say something about me, but you don't say anything about my family.
You're more welcome to say something about my family, but it's not going to work out well for you.
No, it didn't work out well for her. So
even to this day, when I got people want to start mouthing off and picking on me and stuff, I'm like, well, shit, you don't know nothing about me. I know all the dirt. Let's have some fun. Come on. I'd make more fun of me than you can.
Really? You think you're going to make fun? You're fat. Duh. I like tacos. You know what else that means? Ladies know I can eat.
The reason I'm fast because I know how to cook.
No, I didn't even intentionally mean to send two people to the hospital at church camp. Yes, at church camp. The first one, they had something called a battle barge. It was a floating barge out in the middle of the lake, right? And my brother always told me before I went off to this camp, you need to hold back. Just because of how big I was, you need to hold back. So every time we went out, I would hold back. Well, the counselors were getting irritated with me because they could see I wasn't going 100%. So they got furious. And one of them walked up to me, and I can remember this conversation very clearly. He comes up to me and goes, "If you don't go all out on this match, I'm kicking you off the barge, and you will not be allowed back on this barge ever again." Okay. So you start with your head in each corner, and it's like a 25-foot mat. It's got some size for you to build up some speed to it. So you start on your backs, heads towards each other. And he says, "Go." I popped up, rolled over. By the time this kid was standing up, I was in his face, dropped my shoulder, came up into his chin. He went up and down. And that was it. Gave him a concussion right there. Still got kicked off the barge. I walked up to that counselor later, and this is the first time a camp counselor had ever heard a kid cuss at him. "I told you, assholes, I don't go 100%. That's why. Now you've ruined my camp experience because I'm not allowed to do something I enjoy out here. I got to play with everybody. You made it a competition, not me." The second one, I'm just heavy and came down on a kid on the blob.
That happens.
Yep. 280 pounds versus 120 pounds. It doesn't really work out that well.
Get that other stuff.
I'd have taken that challenge every time.
Oh yeah. And my brother comes up to me later. He's like, "You didn't hold back, did you?" Nope.
I was told not to.
You told me not to. What happened? They told me to. And he looks at my father because my dad was, livid. He was furious that I had sent so. He thought he was going to have to pay bills and everything.
Well, yeah.
And
Back then, it wasn't a sue happy society.
yeah, and my brother just walks up to him and he goes, "I told him not to go all out, so somebody told him to do something. So that's not on him. That's on whoever was telling him to go all out."
Absolutely.
I use a Band-Aid or something.
And I guess Phil being the voice of reason, my father just, okay, calm down. He's like, "Let's talk about it." And I told him everything. He was like, "You've got to." I'm not.
People bring it on their own situations.
You want a Band-Aid now?
Yeah.
Hey, what'd you do? You all right?
Huh?
You all right?
I've got an injury from the cat.
Oh, I thought the baby kept biting you.
No, it's about this long. The cat's back claws got my leg.
Ooh.
So we're doctoring it up. So I got gauze.
She's declawed, but she doesn't.
She has back claws.
Back claws.
And so she got me good. And
Sorry to hear that, Joshua.
so it's about that long. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I know how important brothers are. Me and my brother didn't get along for years. We used to beat the crap out of each other, and not like in a brotherly love kind of way. No, we used to beat the crap out of each. He used to beat the crap out of me. Is more accurate. We definitely did come a lot closer over time, and I definitely can feel for you in that. And I hope.
I never did hurt my brothers. I just kind of put them in the headlock and made them have a little trouble breathing. You know,
once I was
get my point across.
Yeah, once I was big enough to really fight with my brother, he stopped fighting fair and just started kicking me in the nuts.
I beat the shit out of my sister when I was.
He probably knew that
18.
when your nuts are up in your throat, you're not really wanting to fight a whole lot anymore.
No, he
found that out on a lot of people.
He just wanted he wanted to maintain the domination of the stronger brother. Now he's kind of getting back there again because of my injury, but that's a dick move to kick your own brother in the nuts when you instigated the fight. Like, you want to fight, I'll fight, but we're fighting to have fun. You just wanted to kick me. That's not fun. It's not fun for me.
Depends on which side of it you're on.
Yeah. I'm sure he was having a blast.
Whether you're giving or receiving.
Yeah. Although he learned about 3 years ago, he may still have some more strength on me than what I used to have, but I can still beat his butt. He wanted to go at the parents' house. Okay, we're in the backyard. I picked him up, threw him down, and put him in an arm bar. Like, okay. Just because you were injured doesn't mean you still don't have retard strength. Got it. Oh, I love my brother.
Me and mine don't even fight anymore. We talked about it, but we don't do it anymore. I'm 54 and he's 56, so
Yeah,
we're 54.
Yeah,
He like
doesn't look like it. Yeah, we don't really get into it anymore. Not like we used to.
What happened?
It's all part of the fun. Growing up was too much fun. Hell, I still have too much fun now.
I think I need to make a bottle.
We don't ever actually.
She's making herself heavy.
We don't ever actually grow up. We just get bigger and and nicer toys.
I grow out. I didn't grow up. What's the old saying? The difference between the men and the boys is the price of the toys.
Yep, that's the big
Yep.
part.
That's the truth in my book.
We went from $10 to not $10 real quick.
Yeah, I think this weekend we were just over in Anderson or Kokomo, Indiana. Did this Davies house over there, investigate the weekend with Admiral Paranormal Squad. I think this weekend we're supposed to be not doing anything, but I think I'm gonna head over to 101 in Winchester, Indiana, and do some things anyway.
That sounds like fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff up there, up your way you can go to.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, there's all kinds of places around us to investigate. It's Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana,
Yeah.
tons, in Michigan, tons of places.
See, I drive 8 hours, and you can guess where I still am.
You're still in Texas.
I'm still in Texas.
I'll drive an hour and 10 minutes over to Winchester location.
We used to we hated each other.
I'm gonna go make somebody something to eat. I'll be right back.
I'm glad you're reminiscing. Me and my brother never got that bad where we were throwing weapons at each other.
Oh, come on now. We used to play a game called Mumbly Peg. You stand about 6 to 8 feet apart. You stand with your feet shoulder width apart, barefooted, and you see how close you can get to each other's foot with a knife, sticking it in the ground.
Oh, I've seen it.
Mumbly Pig.
Yep. My brother nicked the side of my foot, said he lost that round. We went about 4 or 5 more throws, and I stuck it right in the top of his foot on purpose and said, I lose, and hauled ass.
Yep.
What? We didn't just throw stars. We threw knives at each other. We're Kentucky redneck crazy.
We threw rocks. We actually threw real rocks.
I still got a BB when my brother shot me with a pellet rifle, BB pellet rifle at 10 pumps. And we supposed to have only allowed to use 2 pumps for a BB gun fight. He pumped up 10 times. If my mom to this day found out that he shot me, she'd beat our heads off of us. I still won't tell on him.
Mm-hmm.
Still won't tell on him.
Oh.
Shot each other with all kinds of things.
Yeah, we used to have BB gun fights. The one guy got hit right here in the corner. In fact, he still got like the indent of the BB.
Yeah, we never used BB gun. We had airsoft guns, but he did used to wake me up with a lead pipe. He also was very fond of psychological torture. It's the reason I really hate Kirby. Furby.
You chase me down?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Now, I was in the Air Force. We had bottle rocket fights.
I've done those. Yeah. Those are great. I'd still have those. Those are fun.
About 8 years ago, my cousin was going to give me some of those shotgun beanbag rounds.
Oh.
Until my wife told him what I was going to do with it. Me and one of my best friends was going to take turns shooting each other. I was going to hold a cast iron skillet over my crotch in the front of my face, so in case he'd be there, see how bad it would hurt be getting shot in the chest with one of those son of bitches. As soon as he found out what we was going to do with it, he wouldn't get them for me.
I can get them for you.
So, but that was 8 years ago. I'm not shooting myself with a shot beanbag down. I'm past that stage of my life. That was fun when I was still in my 40s. I'm in my 50s. That shit hurts.
Yeah.
Everything hurts.
No.
Tell me something that doesn't hurt.
It took me 4 bad motorcycle wrecks to realize that I shouldn't be riding anymore. I've been flipped out of a Jeep, flipped out of 2 cars, shot at 3 times. I go all out on everything when I was younger.
Oh, I thought it was Teresa.
Well, God rest her. That's why she drinks because I put up with my ass. I had a buddy of mine said the only reason that I'm alive is because God protected idiots and fools, and I was double covered.
Well, that's the reason why the drunk driver never drives or dies in the car accident.
It never seems like it.
Yeah, I jumped off a 2-story building when I was probably about 25, 26 years old, just because they bet me a beer that I couldn't do it. I did it for a beer.
So I guess we all should be just happy that you're here to talk to us tonight.
I just want to have fun. I still want to do it, except I don't do those things anymore. My son's 22, and all of his friends are at that age where you can talk them into doing just about anything for a little bit of money or mess with their ego or pride.
Right.
And they'll do anything. I had got one of his friends to eat a can of cat food for $5.
Okay, well, you know what?
Who hadn't done that?
So,
no, I'm not eating it.
Cameron, tell them what you guys did with the stinky fish.
We were raising money for doing some giveaways on the other show. And we offered to do challenges for people. Carl had to take a pint of the face. I had to chug a jar of jalapeno juice. We had Luke over here that had to eat 4 whole lemons, including the rind.
Ooh.
And then Larson had to eat surströmming.
Now, see, we haven't done that one yet, but we did get Joe 2 weeks ago. Joe Kudo, my brother that's on the show with me later tonight. to eat canned escargot.
I like
They sell them in
escargot.
Walmart.
Yeah, but he was sick for about 2 days after eating that.
I'll
Oh,
bet.
I bet. Canned escargot, like you've got to have that stuff fresh.
Oh,
Yeah, have
no.
you seen it in the store in Walmart?
No.
The escargot are in a little can, and the shells are just sitting in there.
He had when he opened up the can and showed us a picture, it looked like black mushrooms to me. He's like, "It's not. I'm telling you, it's not mushrooms. I wish it was mushrooms."
I'd rather this be
I
true.
gotta have the escargot.
We
No,
do all kinds of things to each other. He's ate cat food and tuna, and he hates tuna. Burritos. I mean, we're all the time making bets and dares. We did a show we was over to Rhodes Hotel in Atlanta, Indiana. We was going to investigate, but we were all together, so we ended up eating pickled pig's feet, and we had canned liver pate, and had to wash it down with clam juice. That was horrendous. Not good.
No, that
You know what?
Doesn't sound
You're
good.
helping my dinner plans look so much better now.
Yeah.
When I tell Ron what I'm making for dinner, he's going to go, good. Thank God they didn't give you any menu ideas.
I did a challenge for a charity on the show 6 months ago, something like that. They were raising awareness, raising money for a adoption agency for pets, shelters and everything like that. And I told them, if y'all raise $1,000 or more, I will eat a cup of dog food. And they started putting it out everywhere. They raised something like $1,500 real easily. And I changed my dog's food really quick after that.
Yep.
Because that crap, I had a bottle of Texas Pete sitting on my desk. Yes, I have hot sauce that sits on my desk regularly. And I'm over here eating the dog food, chugging hot sauce, chugging my grape drink, just trying to keep this crap down. Middle of the show, all you hear is me go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
That was that dog food. They have not had that crap since.
See, the last charity I did for a challenge for a charity is I don't know if you know Robin Terry from Ashmore Estates. I know you guys do, Denise.
Yeah.
No, he does not. He's a paranormal skeptic.
And you know what? Everybody paranormal should be a skeptic.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's skeptic of paranormal, period.
Well, and I respect that. But I'm saying anybody that I do paranormal, but I'm still a skeptic.
Right.
Yeah, so am I.
So am I.
So
The
everybody
only
that
thing
does
I'm not
paranormal should
skeptical
be
of
skeptic.
is what I see firsthand.
Oh yeah. So, anyway, I had done something and screwed up and made a comment with Mike Couch. He does Lost Limbs Foundation, which is a children's pediatric for amputees. And they decided they wanted to do a dollar dance, and I had to dress up in drag and wear a nice little black dress and a wig. And I still have my combat boots on, though, by God. So
Well,
that was the last one I lost.
Joshua, something you need to know is we all do charity. That's
absolutely.
That's one of the biggest things we do. And veterans charities are the bulk of what I do.
I will support helping raise money. I'm broke. I'm not going to donate money. And I'm a veteran. I love when I go to the DMV. Do you want to donate $5 to help the veterans? I am a veteran. Y'all ain't helped me once. The hell you mean? Where's the money going? So I'll do some really dumb challenges to try and help raise money, but I'm not looking forward to the next one. I'll put it that way.
So Cameron, what you need to look up is here in Kansas City, we have something called the Little Village. They're little homes for veterans to keep them off the streets.
Seen them.
And that's where my dollars go. So, and my time, I do some things for work that goes to them. So, and my company matches my time in dollars. So
you remember that time we took poor Rick and waxed him for every $100. I bought the cheapest wax outfit I could find.
Oh
and
man!
Every $100 increment, we peel off another strip. We did his arms, his legs, his back.
And he had a lot of. See, Cameron, there you go. He had as much hair as you, Cameron.
Yeah, Rick was hairy like a monkey.
Except for on his head.
Yep. From his eyebrows down, he looked like a Sasquatch. And used to. It was
after
that.
Not so much.
It was a good time, and we raised a good amount of money, and then went to a no-kill animal shelter. We had a great
Rick
time doing
would do
that.
anything for animals.
I will help support animal shelter. I would much rather.
So how much hair did he actually end up losing after that?
Oh, his chest was almost completely bald.
Oh,
His back had about 5 or 6 strips. And I mean, strips were that long.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, we did it right. And I went to like Dollar General and bought the cheapest.
Yeah, the
wax
cheap
kit I
stuff
could find.
where you
They did my eyebrows, both of them, 3 times on each one. They still couldn't get them all out. I was bleeding down the corners of both my eyes and stuff.
damn.
Like, where was wax? Because my eyebrows grow real crap. I can't grow hair worth the shit on my head, but my eyebrows will touch my ears from the week. I'm like, we'll wax his eyebrows. I'm like, go for it. I didn't know how bad it was going to hurt. It wasn't fun.
So thank God you didn't have to get down to the Brazilian part, right?
Oh, that wouldn't happen. No, there had been not hundreds of dollars. It had been thousands of dollars donated for me to do.
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah, I'd have done it, but it would have taken a lot more money than I donated $100. Yeah, I'll give 2 and you can kiss my butt.
I will tell you, I've never had anything waxed, and I don't plan on it because I know that plucking one eyebrow hurts.
We've got a viewer here that regularly tells me I need to wax my chest. I keep telling him, if you donate to the Broke Cameron Foundation and this amount of money so Cameron can go get the tattoos that he wants, sure, I'll wax my chest, but it's not going to be cheap.
That's the problem. I'm not smart enough to hold out for that long. Now, doing the Brazilian, that would I'd hold out, but most of the things I go pretty cheap. I don't care. It's all about the fun. I don't think for and $100 or $200 is still a good amount of money. I don't even think they raised that when I had to dress up in drag, and I don't care. It was a lot of fun. Everybody
You just had too much fun dressing in drag.
I still post a picture on Facebook every once in a while because I don't care.
We have a picture of Ron's dad in drag.
Yeah,
we shared it at the funeral.
That was what was that for? It's for Corey League.
Yeah.
I figured if it was good enough for Maxwell,
raising money for something.
Jay.
If it's good enough for Tim Curry.
Oh yeah, I'm not going that far. I'm not wearing that. No. That's going to count some major bucks. And the problem with it
you don't want him to make you a man?
The problem with it is if it costs major bucks, it's got to go to a charity. I only do these things for charity and the fun of it. I don't ever, even with our eating challenges and stuff, we get the motto on our show that if you buy it, one of us will try it. And we actually have people PayPal us the money and stuff to buy the escargot. So Joe said, if somebody buys it, I'll eat it. So they sent the money and he ate it or tried to eat it. So, but that's just the way we started with our little motto. If they'll buy it, one of us will try it. And it's come down to some pretty nasty things.
That would be entertaining.
No, it gets fun. And if it's only costs $5 and they give us 10 or 20, the extra money goes to charity. It doesn't stay with us. We donate to a charity. So
there you go. Dara says she was there for the drag show.
Was she?
No. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
You'll never be able to get that image out of your head.
Oh man, I end up just stand up on the chairs and start dancing. I don't care. It takes a lot to try to embarrass me, and you still probably won't get there. I just don't have I never have. Mm-hmm. I've never been one of those people that absolutely gave a crap about anything. I just have fun with it. You can't hurt my feelings. You can't embarrass me. You can't humiliate me. You can't get there.
Right.
You'll hurt yourself trying. You will absolutely hurt yourself trying.
We were at
So I've got a fun little game. We're both gonna get kilts.
I already got one.
You lucky bastard.
Lucky man.
And I went and bought it. It's a black kilt. I got a black bow tie, and I bought a paisley pink shirt to wear with it and knee-high pink socks. I don't give a damn. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't get embarrassed easily. So we were at McPike a couple years ago, because, we're volunteers there.
No, Luke, it's not going to be less than $500 for.
And they have a DJ there for the camp out every year. And that year they were playing I Like Big Butts. I was cleaning out the trash cans and my butt's just going.
Hell yeah.
And there were some guys from Chicago there. And they just couldn't stop talking about it. And then the DJ comes on and says, there she goes again. Because I'd done it before a long time ago, and they were waiting for it to happen again, I guess. But apparently, me dancing around like that, shaking my ass,
having fun.
I made friends, and now we can't. Let's see. They came back to see us last year at McPike, and they were camping with us this coming year. We're doing a camp out on. Oh, when is it?
Yeah, it's
October 15th. So
I think the one that David Glenn's doing, is that
that's October 7th and 8th.
That's the same weekend we're in Vulture City. We've already booked for that, or I'd have been.
Oh, really?
I just want to come out and have fun.
Oh, it's going to be fun for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's
Glenn's
with
a fun guy anyway.
That's with the Yates, right?
Yeah, with J. Marie Yates. I'll be out there with them. So we was already booked for that, or I was going to come out and just hang out and have fun.
We're going to be there.
Love it.
We'll also be seen.
I don't understand. We keep getting that. People are like, hey, you mind coming to our event? I'm like, oh yeah, I'd love to come. I'm like, no, I mean come to speak. I'm like, you know how I am, right?
You know me, right? Yeah, I told David. I said, I don't want to talk. I said, as you saw, I'm the walk around and visit with everybody person.
I like
That's
to
what
be
I
the
need
social
to
butterfly. You hear a lot of people dogging events. I don't care whether it's paranormal or whatever, cryptid, comic book, whatever. It is the absolute best opportunity to get the chance to talk with people that are like-minded. You may have different opinions about certain things, but you're there for the same reason. You're all into either the paranormal or the cryptid or whatever. And if you actually take the time to do what we were discussing earlier and open your mind and listen and actually you can take yourself to so many different levels. It's such a great opportunity.
At that event in Marshalltown, she was so bound and determined to give us a table and to have me speak. And I told her, I said, I will backup speak.
Yeah, you did the question thing.
Yeah, I did, but that was different. I was asked to do that by somebody else. But
Q&As?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
love them.
Yeah, we had fun at that. You were already gone though, I think.
Anyway.
It was on Sunday.
I keep trying to get the viewers here to do Q&A, but they never come up with questions. And Josh.
Well, tonight's topic would be a hell of a hard time to come up with a topic. The question was tonight's. We've been all over the place.
Yeah,
I open it up. You can ask whatever the hell you want to ask.
That's what we tell them. We tell everybody, ask any question you want, paranormal, not paranormal. We don't.
But that's the quality of a good podcast or a good show whatsoever. If you're going to be open with the public, then you need to let it open up to them and not just what the direction that you want to go.
Yeah.
So that's just being good people and being open minded.
Yeah, I just want people to ask the questions. A lot of times I get asked the question, how many spirits are with me? And then I have to focus on that person and figure out how many are with them. Cameron too. But it's hard sometimes to answer their questions on.
Is the guy that was making faces at me still around? Or did he come? He is that dirty.
My wife is like you that has abilities and things. And I started trying to open up to it. I really did. I want to, because I've been doing a lot of shamanistic work and things, opening up to a lot of different things. And about a year or so ago, I came into the house. We sit outside, had a little bonfire going. I come in the house and I saw a person standing there that wasn't standing there. I went to the restroom, grabbed another beer, came back out. They're still standing there. I come outside. I described it to a T to my wife and son. My son's like, "What'd you do about it?" I said, "Not a damn thing. They're on your end of the house. That's your problem. I'm done." I'm done with this.
I don't sleep over there.
Yeah, I don't sleep at that end of the house, so I don't give a shit. They're down at your end. I don't care.
Ron, he always asks me how, and it's like, I don't know how I see. To me, they look just the same as you and me. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between the living and the dead.
I get that. And I like how I would say that when I first got involved with paranormal 10 plus years ago, 11 plus years ago, there was a definite distinction between scientific and metaphysical. But with me and Teresa, being married for, it'll be 35 years this year.
Really?
And getting involved with
We're
it
38.
Getting married, get involved with it together. She had the abilities. I was more of the scientific side. I'm seeing more of the people, more and more teams and people doing that. They're melding the two together. Because mom always used to have a question when somebody was like, well, I go to the scientific side. So I'm like, you only do scientific side of paranormal? Yeah. What's paranormal? What are you looking for? A ghost. Okay. So what's a ghost? A spirit. So, okay. So you're denying spirituality of a spirit and you're putting it all scientifically. You're scientifically trying to prove spirituality.
The thing about that is that sometimes not all the time, but sometimes a medium can direct you to something that you couldn't have directed yourself to because you didn't know.
So, Josh, we like to let everybody ask questions, and if somebody decides to be a hater to you, unless it's a question, and if we pick and poke and prod at you, it's because we enjoy your company here. We don't make fun of people normally unless we have a hater that's just pissed everybody off. But if you have questions, by all means, ask. And if somebody decides, well, that's a retarded question, or he shouldn't be asking that, I'm more than willing to run somebody off. You can ask Denise. I do it for fun.
He does.
If somebody wants to be like that, they will be rude and obnoxious. Tell them to come over to one of my shows. I'll show them about rude and obnoxious.
That's what we did. We made a whole show for this lady.
So apparently, don't F with Denise. Cameron will take care of it.
She won't fight, but I will.
I fight differently. I fight with karma.
Me and Ron like to stir the pot.
That's why his show's called Stirring the Pot.
That's exactly what my show's called, Stirring the Pot, because that's exactly and God rest his soul. I miss that boy so bad, Rick. I swear to God, we had so much fun doing Ramblings of a Maniac podcast. We had a blast with that.
Oh yeah.
And when that ended and things and stuff, I'm like, I want to carry that on, but I'm not going to do it in the same name. That was something that me and him did together.
Yeah.
And that came to an end with him. So it was time to go in another direction. So we started doing Stirring the Pot. Jason, of course, my brother, Jason Arthur, love him to death. The man's just great. He joined me, and we ended up, my other brother, Joe Kudo, we hit him up and said, have him on as a guest. He came on as a guest on like our first or second week, and he's been the third co-host ever since.
Well, that's kind of like this.
I'm just saying, Josh, if you want to ask questions here, go ahead.
Ask him. We'll answer them.
I mean, I'll try, but don't expect the best answer out of me.
But in the meantime, where can everybody find you, Jay?
Oh, God. Where can you not find me? You can find my personal Facebook page. I'm on Facebook, Instagram.
OnlyFans?
I'm trying to learn how to use Snapchat. I did start up a TikTok account, but I've not put out any videos. I'm having some hard time with that because I can't seem focused what I want to do with it.
Well, you can't dance?
No, I'm having a hard time because I'm trying to get my wife to do some of the things with me, but it's not like how me and Rick clicked. I love her to death, but she doesn't think of the things, and she's like, that's just stupid. I'm like, yeah, that's why I want to do it, because it's stupid.
Right.
I mean, it's like we did a.
That's what gets the attention on TikTok, right, Cameron?
Well, it's.
Hey, ladies love chubby boys.
Well, you remember when me and Rick did the Lady in White. When I went rolling down the hillside, we made a little spoof video of the Lady in White. We did a spoof video of Bloody Mary, and when he said Bloody Mary 3 times, I hear somebody go, "Hey, baby," and it's me dressed up in drag laying in his bed with a Bloody Mary in my hand right on it. So I mean, it's that stuff.
Not the one I signed up for.
Yeah, it's just so. I do absolutely asinine, off the wall things, but I grew up with the Three Stooges and Abbott Costello and Laurel.
Question.
I love the vaudeville slapstick comedy. Love it.
Do you believe people can truly be psychic?
Yes. Yes.
Can you put that up there where everybody can see it? Or there you go.
Yes, Joshua, I do believe that people can truly be psychic, but you still have to be skeptical of how they got the information. So that's me. I don't know about everybody else. I am always skeptical of.
And Jay, this is for you.
Uh-oh.
He wants your Twitch name if you need help with anything. In tech side, he's actually helped us with our Discords.
I have no idea what I'm doing on Twitch, and it shows. Our show on there is usually on LEP Production. It's our Twitch, our YouTube, and our Facebook, and on Instagram. And also my personals, Jay Lynch, on all those things, plus TikTok and wherever. I do things just because I want to have fun. and I make fun of a lot of myself more than I do anybody else.
I
We're
think
doing a lot more things with Bodine and having him out.
I
Does
think
Bodine
Gunny
the
is
Bigfoot have a page?
Bodine the Bigfoot has a Facebook page and an Instagram page, and our newest thing that we just got.
I was gonna say,
Wow, your action figure.
there you go. Throw the picture. There you go. That'll work.
There he
A
is.
lot of people haven't seen it.
Yes, is
LEP.
LEP.
Lima Echo Papa.
Yep, our big Bodine the Bigfoot got his own action figure now, so that's the only one we got right at the moment. We're working on some more, but if you guys haven't checked him out, he's absolutely the fun of things.
Gunny's so tired he is trying to lay on my chest, sitting. His paws are tucked up under.
And
So-
Bodine is very family oriented. He will never see him doing anything crass, rude. You won't find him in a bar dancing provocative. That's just not what he is. He's
So the
he's all
complete
about
opposite
family.
of you.
That's no
kept
fun.
him- well, we've kept him very, very.
Well, that
G-rated
explains.
but it's worked out because we're also now hooked up, and he's the action figure and the spokesperson for Squash GQ Energy Drink. We're on the final stages of getting it into Walmart. So if you guys are
really?
yeah, if you guys are interested in
Wow.
trying to get an energy drink, do us all a favor. Go to Walmart.com or your Walmart app, and every once in a while just search Squash GQ Energy Drink. No, you will not find it right now, but it lets them know that there's a calling for it. There's a demand for it.
Thank you.
Absolutely one of the best energy drinks out there. It's not just, and I don't drink energy drink. It doesn't have that aftertaste. Everybody
I
tells
can't
us
drink
they
'em.
took a couple of old sweet tarts and put them in a Sprite. So it's got that little tart after kick to it when you're drinking it, not acting on the back. So, yeah, Squash GQ Energy Drink coming to a Walmart very soon. We got one more step to go. We're working on
Don't
it.
worry, we're going to bed.
And then you also have Squatch GQ, right?
Yeah, Squash GQ. Squash GQ magazine is now being taken over by a Chatan Yor. She used to do a lot of the articles and stuff for it. She's still doing the Squash GQ magazine. She's also doing G Hunter magazine. There's one on dinosaurs. There's a UFO magazine. She got several different magazines out that she's producing. So if you got any kind of location or any kind of cryptid story or anything like that, you need to contact Chatan Yor or look up Squash GQ magazine on any search engine. You'll be able to get a hold of her. There are people writing articles and things about that. They do articles on just about everything in the paranormal, UFO, things like that. Sweetheart of a lady. So we're still working with her a little bit, helping her out with that. But Bodine's pretty much just with LEP Productions and what we're doing, and filming project, and also with Squash GQ magazine or energy drink. So starting to really get booked up again for some events this year. He'll be out and about doing some things. So that's among the two films we got in pre-production and several other shorts that we're filming. I told you, I'm always doing something. Always.
That's because you have ADD.
That's why you need energy drinks. Keep going.
I don't think he needs energy drinks.
I don't even drink them. I've drank one and I loved it, but I'm always this wired. I'm always talking this fast. I have to try.
I can't drink them.
Slow down.
It screws my blood pressure up. I can't.
I take a pill for that.
Even with the pill, it does.
You're not taking the gas station ones, right?
I tell my wife, don't worry about it. I'm on the pill. It's a blood pressure pill, but I'm on the pill.
Well, my show's coming back. I hope Monday.
Heck yeah.
My cat's mom passed away.
Yesterday.
So, so my producer, she's been the last 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks, dealing with her mother's end of life, and end of life was yesterday. So now I'm waiting to find out when I get to go back on the air. So it is what it is. So make sure you guys check out WBHM-DB.com for all the archives for Fate Magazine and for Paranormal Experience by Kat Hobson and the Paranormal Pride. And when my show comes back, it'll be same night, Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central. And hopefully you guys will listen, because that is all paranormal. There's no politics involved in that. And only a few of my opinions, but none of my political opinions.
Luke, the reason why energy drinks aren't working for you right now is because you've built up a tolerance for drinking so many. You need to take a break from drinking energy drinks so your body can go back to normal, and then you can have one again and it'll work.
Yeah.
And flush all the kidney stones out.
keep Googling for Squatch GQ energy drink. It's got a bunch of vitamins and things to give you energy more so than what it is the caffeine. So it would be a different route for you, but it's a little bit better for you.
Less jittery energy
Does it have
drink,
taurine?
more.
I don't remember if it has that in or not. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't read shit. I just do it. If it looks good, tastes good, I do it. I don't care.
All you have to do is take a little time. That means go to bed earlier, wake up at normal, so you're getting a full amount of sleep that you
Right.
need. Like, I don't want to go to bed. I want to keep doing stuff. That's why I need caffeine. Take a month off of doing stuff and worry about yourself for a minute.
So, Cameron, what did you do for your birthday?
I went to lunch with the family, had some ramen, went and got my taxes done with my brother, and then I came home.
Well, I hope you had a happy birthday.
Meh.
Meh.
Whose
fault's that?
Huh?
I had somebody contact me to
I
find
would
out you're on
honestly,
Facebook so they can tell you happy birthday.
my preferred birthday is at home playing video games. I am a homebody. I'm a homebody.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't like going out in the public. They wanted to come meet up, and I'm like, all right, it's family. I'll go hang out for a little bit. And it required me to have pants. That's about all it did.
I'm 54 years old, and I'm still the guy that when we leave the restaurant, they got to check the salt and pepper and ketchups and things like that because I carry a pack of googly eyes in my pocket, and I put eyeballs on just about everything because I don't give a shit.
Our daughters mustache everything.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
They
It doesn't hurt nothing.
They went to graveyards and did that. They did it at they did the school mascot. The Wildcat had a mustache.
It stayed up for a while before someone noticed.
And they did it on Christmas Eve at that.
Well, yeah, why not? There's no day off from being entertaining.
There's no days off for mischief.
No, ever.
It doesn't happen just on October 30th.
You know what's really bad though is that we took a bunch of stuff to Vegas with us when we went, and I actually took packages of mustaches for them to play with. My daughter,
I just want to get a bunch of those Joe Biden I did that stickers and go to every gas station.
Man, you can put that on all kinds of things, not just gas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every store, the shelf, everywhere you want to put them.
I did that. I know.
Oh, those are everywhere.
Oh, dude, they're great.
We've been seeing those for a long time.
But yeah, I just like I said, there's no stopping it having fun. And like I said, when we get done here, I'm gonna take about an hour break, and I'll be back on my show for an hour there, maybe two. We'll see what happens. See how the
Let's get some
goes.
Joe Biden. I'd sniff that stickers.
They have them sniffing Obama's ass.
Have you sniff whatever you want. But yeah, so it's just gonna be a good time.
He's like, I can make those.
Yeah, Luke probably could.
He's really good with computers.
He's probably already got them made.
I'm really good at making them crash.
All right, Jay, I'll find you on Facebook. I'll get you hooked up on our Discord. That way he can help you.
Come on over, have some fun. Help make fun of me, I dare you.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys like this guest. And if you did,
I don't know what you mean by y'all guys because it's just me right now. Like, Ron is a package deal with you.
I was going to say, Carl must have really had a lot of fires to put out. I thought he'd be on here about an hour ago, but guess not.
Ron's put up with me before, though. That's not fair.
Nah.
I figured that,
Hey, any friend of Rick's, I know has got to be good. So
I could tell it was you by the hat. I looked, I was like, that's a goofy hat. That's him.
Yep, it is.
Didn't even have to dig far. It was just like, yep, this is who you're looking for.
Nope, I re-accepted it.
Yep.
Like I said, needless to
Luke,
say,
I'll get you two connected, and y'all can figure it out.
So if you guys like this guest, please let me know. And if you did, I can find another one. Not someone exactly like Jay, but somebody similar. And because far
there's already one like Jay here.
Well, we have Jay. We had Jay on. We've had Kelly, Stephan, and Michelle. They abused Cameron. They abused him to no end. We've had Rex, and we've had Frank Bennett.
I think this would have been a great show to have the Echo Vox and everything, just so Jay could have seen how much the spirits like to make fun of me.
Oh, he can already
You know
see. He can already see why.
I had no faith. I had little faith in the Echovox until Denise, and I talk about that all the time.
Just got to Photoshop this.
We used it a lot with Rick.
Well, I'm just saying I was questionable about it until she said no. I do this for a living, and I took it apart, and I'm like, okay, that changes things.
Yeah, that's
my whole job is code.
Way too much evidence on that thing.
But see, once again, I had a small bit of knowledge about it.
Right.
Contacted and talked to somebody that knew more than I did. The science changed. My education level changed. So did my perspective of using that equipment.
Yeah.
Always see how that works.
Always learn. Always progressing. Always
right.
Never.
We're always trying to find something that works.
One thing I'd like to get better at, and one thing I got told when I was younger: if you don't learn something new every single day, you're failing yourself.
I used to do it with my son, and he used to get so mad at me when he's a kid. All the way till he's about 6th or 7th grade. Every day he'd come home, I said, tell me 5 things before we went to bed. I said, tell me 5 things you learned today. Tell me 5 cool things that you did today. Always, every day. 5. I don't care. I don't want to hear I play video games. Tell me something else that you thought was kind of neat about your day. Think about it, because I don't have bad days because I don't think about bad shit. Bad shit happens all the time, so does good shit. Where I focus my attention is how my day's going to go. So I'm going to focus on the thing that makes myself and my surroundings better.
I have less bad days now that I'm in a job I enjoy, but I do have stressed days.
Oh, I like stress days. The crazier it gets, the more I like it. I'm demented like that. The more out of control, the more hectic, the more psychotic it is, the more I enjoy it.
Come on down to my job. I'll make things fun for you.
Oh, I'll drive them nuts.
Oh, no, you ain't got to do anything. I work in survival and safety. I play with a piece of equipment that I get to flip you upside down, strapped to a seatbelt in a pool.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I tried to get Carl to do it when he flew down here. He said, nope.
There is a reason why everybody, my brother Jason made up a shirt for me, because everybody called me it. I think it says that it's bright orange in big letters. It says Paranormal Crash Test Dummy. Because anywhere they say you can't go there, you shouldn't go there, you shouldn't do that, that's exactly the place you will find my ass every single. It doesn't matter whether it's paranormal or life. I don't care. I'm going to live every second of it until I can't live it no more. Then I'm going to come back and haunt y'all big time.
So if I hear knocking on my door when I go to shower, it's you.
Well, you're going to be lucky if you're not in the shower pinching your ass. Yeah. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do?
I'm going to be the big spoon now.
Yeah. Who's the big spoon now, big boy?
Well, knocking be better than a butt bump.
What are you going to do?
I'm definitely coming back and haunting you back.
Like, what are you going to do? Get your sage out. Got to go, Jay. Got to go, Jay. Go.
Shoo, shoo.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'll see you in a month.
Do what, Denise?
I said he'll just fart. That's how he clears a room.
That's all right. I'm dead. I won't be able to smell it.
I promise Gunny's fart. Yeah. Gunny's farts might clear the room a lot better than you can. I give him some Taco Bell. Oh, God. I'm pretty sure he could make Satan leave the room.
Don't pick on Dad.
See what being a grandpa does to you, Jay?
I tell you what, that's one thing I can say. And every situation I've ever seen, if you want to see in a room full of adults become a bunch of babbling idiots, I don't care how many there is, 1 or 10 or 1,000, throw in one baby. Put one baby in that room, you'll see an entire room become by babbling idiots.
Babies or puppies.
Yep. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the way life should be.
It is.
You'll see the biggest, baddest dude go, no.
Yeah, Jay makes babies
He's
cry.
going to try everything to go back to just being the big tough guy he is, but he's going to look at just.
I remember when we used to do poker runs over because we used to ride and all the guys used to ride with and stuff. We did a charity, and this little girl came there who had won she's like 5 or 6 years old, had won a pageant and stuff. And the only thing she wanted to do was sing Itsy Bitsy Spider. So as the band that came there, they played it while she sang it. An entire parking lot full of bikers are all sitting there dancing Itsy Bitsy Spider for that little girl.
Well, Cameron, we got just a little bit of time left. We've already told them where they can find me. And Jay, where can they find you?
They can find me on the Second Amendment Ranch on the Bill of Rights Network, as well as Free Speech, Free Stupidity on the Bill of Rights Network, on Facebook, YouTube for Second Amendment Ranch and Free Speech, Free Stupidity, Twitch for a couple of we've been blocked by so many at this point in time and had so many foreign countries coming after me. I don't know what the hell to do anymore. Again, Germany is about to learn the hard way. But other than that, you can also find me here. But we do have to close out because right after this, there is another show on Things Network. So stick around and enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, I'm Cameron.
I'm Denise.
Ron.
Over.
Some random guy down there. Y'all have a good night.